Welcome, Brookline property lovers. This is Shira Steinberg from Brookline Daily Homes, and today we'll be looking at two condominiums. So without further ado, let's look at the properties. The first property is 151 Longwood Avenue, unit number 2. It's on the market for $649,000. It has 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, a fireplace. It's on the second level of a 3-unit, 3-level building. It has 1,457 square feet, which is quite large for a 2-bedroom unit. And when you look at the pictures, you'll appreciate how spacious and gracious the layout is. There is a new high-end kitchen. There's private extra storage. It has 1 parking space. And let's take a quick peek at the pictures. Here we go. Okay, so here's the kitchen. It has Caesar stone countertops, which I believe are a quartz composite that's being used to replace granite in many cases. It's not that it's less expensive, it isn't. It's more durable. And then it has an architectural vent to the outside for cooking and beautiful wooden cabinets. It's open to the dining room through this passageway, and you would walk this way to get to the dining room, which is here. Here's the other side of the passageway, brick wall, a couple of windows, of which there are many in the unit. Let's keep going down. Now we've got the living room. There are 2 parts to it. It's a double living room, or you could call it a living room and a family room. This one is on the side of the building. It has a bay window, but it overlooks the courtyard I mentioned, so it's quite a lovely view for the side of a building. And this one faces Longwood Avenue, faces the street. Here's the brick fireplace, and as you can see, the floors are lovely. And finally, we have an exterior shot of the building. It's a brick building. It's set back from the street, as you can see here. It's quite handsome, and what you cannot see in the picture, because the broker did not put it in, and rightfully so, is that there's scaffolding over here because they're doing maintenance to the brick. So this is actually what I'd like to talk about today. We have a lot of brick buildings around here, and they hold up well. They look wonderful, but the one thing that wears down is the mortar between the bricks. And part of normal maintenance of a brick building is doing pointing, namely replacing mortar between bricks, touch up in those places where you need it. Now, if you have a tile bathroom, you know that the tiles hold up indefinitely, and the grout between the tiles tends to wear down. In particular, in an area where the shower is used a lot, the water from the shower just wears down the grout. That's very analogous to what we find with a brick building. The brick holds up quite well, but the mortar between the bricks needs to be touched up, or what's called repointed, periodically. Some buildings do that every 3 years or so, and then there isn't all that much work to do. On the other hand, other buildings wait longer, and then it's a bigger, more expensive job. There's no way of avoiding it, though, and that's the maintenance that comes with brick, much like you have touch-up work that you have to do with stucco and painting that you have to do periodically with wooden buildings. In fact, brick is considered the strongest and the least amount of maintenance, and generally brick buildings, all other things being equal, a unit in a brick building or a brick single-family home will be more expensive than its non-brick counterpart. So this association, 151 Longwood Avenue, is doing pointing work now, and by the time the buyer of this unit closes, the work should be done or almost done and paid for, presumably. You have to double check it, but presumably. And the new person moving in will benefit from having all this work done, and it won't need to be done again for a number of years. Okay, let's look at the second property. The second unit that we're looking at today is 62 Dwight Street, unit number 5. It's on the market for $529,000. 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. It's on the top floor of a 3-story building, so that would make it the penthouse. It's also a corner unit, so it has a lot of windows and a lot of light. It's in the Coolidge Corner area and in the Devotion School District. Um, it has a newly renovated kitchen, hardwood floors, new windows, washer dryer, and also has a parking space. It's 1132 square feet. And let's take a peek at the pictures. The first set of pictures is of the kitchen, and it's very recently done. At least parts of it are, and I'm sure the owners are quite proud of it. You see the archway detail over here, the hardwood floors. This looks like cherry with a dark stain and black granite countertops, stainless steel appliances. And here's some more appliances that you don't see in the other shot. This is from a different angle. And then a peninsula, which is like an island, only it's attached to the wall, with more cabinetry down here. Okay, now the next 2 shots are shots of the living room. And I'll actually go to the third shot so we can get a better idea of the space. This is the living room, one of the living rooms. It's really a double living room, or a living room and a family room, however you want to use it. We've got 2 windows here, a 4-window bay here, hardwood floors, high ceilings, recessed lighting. So it's a very gracious and open space and very light. The bedroom, the bedroom being used as the master bedroom, similarly has a 4-window bay. Then we have the second bedroom, which is being used as a children's room. Less to say about it, other than that it also has the wooden floors, and because the area rug is so large, you might think it's wall-to-wall carpeting, but it's not. And then I'm going to go to the end and come back. The exterior shot shows that it's a light brick. It's built in 1917. You can see the exterior 4-window bays that we saw in the living room and in the master bedroom. The bathroom obviously has not been updated as recently as the kitchen. The entryway gives some breathing space as you walk in. You don't walk right into the living room. And finally, this is the room that's being used as the dining room. It's off the kitchen, although I hesitate to call it a formal dining room in the sense that this is not a formal room. It has a slate floor. It has a painted brick wall. It has, let's go up a little bit higher. It has a wood ceiling in a bit of a rustic shade of wood. It has windows evocative of a screened-in porch, which I think, in fact, might be what the listing agent is calling it. And I wanted to focus in on this room for our learning or discussion today. I saw this unit a number of years ago before the current owners bought it, the last time it was on the market. And I remember being very entranced by this room. It had a magic feeling to it. And when I came back and saw it recently, as it's on the market again, once more I was very entranced by this room. But what I've learned is that the magic of this room, the quirkiness, the charm, just does not convey itself in a picture. So although the broker has given us a photograph of the room that gives us a sense of the windows, a sense of the space and the materials, photography just doesn't capture the magic of this room. And here's a case where you just have to see it for yourself. And sometimes, no matter what the broker does, there's just some magical things. And if they say it's magical, you'll think that's just broker talk. And especially if you don't see it in the picture, but in fact it is magical. And I encourage you to see it yourself. So with that, I'd like to thank you for joining me tonight. Hope you can be with me again on Wednesday. From Brookline, this is Shira, your Brookline blogging broker. It's a wrap.